The abandoned city looked ravished, not a soul to be found or a sound to be heard. Nate had been looking so long for his loved ones that he had started forgetting their faces. Funny how you take everything for granted. Mornings that smell like coffee, traffic that makes you late, people you pass but never talk to. You think it'll all just always be there. Then one day, it's not. Nate rummages through an abandoned convenience store, looking disheveled but determined. He finds a stale protein bar and opens it while glancing nervously toward the shattered entrance. He speaks to himself, a habit he's developed in isolation. Breakfast of champions. Now if only I could find coffee. Or a therapist. That'd be great. As he's eating, he hears footsteps. He freezes, grabbing a piece of rebar from his backpack. A shadow crosses the doorway. A tense moment passes before the figure leaves. Nate mutters, "Still got it. Ninja level, beginner." Nate walks along a deserted highway. Flashbacks of pre-apocalypse life flicker in his mind. His mom laughing, his younger sister painting, his best friend Luke waving as he drove off. The silence was killing him. When it all started, I thought I'd find them right away. It's been a year. A year of static. No familiar faces, no answers. Just me and my greatest hits of poor decisions. Nate stumbles upon a makeshift sign on the side of the road, "Safe Haven, 5 miles," with an arrow pointing right. His skepticism is evident. Cause that's not ominous at all. He debates with himself before deciding to follow the sign. Nate arrives at the shelter, a converted factory with reinforced walls and armed guards. A group of survivors sits around a fire. He's greeted by Mia, 30s, ex-military, no-nonsense demeanor, and Jonah, 40s, jovial but cautious. Mia. Name? Nate. Nate. No last name. Not that it matters now. Jonah. We'll see about that. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Or what's left of it. Nate gives him a wary look. Mia. Ignore him. He thinks he's funny. Nate. I notice. Scene 5. Nate integrates into the group. He's uneasy but begins to let his guard down. He's paired with a teenage girl, Ellie, 15, resourceful, sarcastic, to help with supply runs. Ellie. So, what's your deal? You a lone wolf or just bad at making friends? Nate. A little of both. And you? Child prodigy or juvenile delinquent? Ellie. Why not both? Scene 6. The shelter is attacked by raiders. Chaos ensues. Nate, Ellie, and Mia work together to defend the group. In the aftermath, Nate proves his worth by saving Ellie from an ambush. However, Jonah dies a terrific death and Mia gets harmed badly. Mia. You're not half bad in a fight. Nate. Thanks. I think. Ellie. Don't let it go to your head. Scene 7. In a quiet moment, Nate confides in Mia about his search for his family and friends. Nate. I've been looking for them. My mom, my sister, my best friend. But every place I check is just empty. Mia. Sometimes the living are harder to find than the dead. Nate. That's comforting. Mia. Didn't say it to comfort you. Just the truth. But hey, you found us. Maybe that's a start. Climactic scene. The raiders return with reinforcements. The group is forced to flee. In the chaos, Nate spots a familiar figure among the raiders, Luke. Nate, shocked. Luke? Luke hesitates but ultimately lets Nate escape, a flicker of recognition in his eyes. Ending scene. The group relocates to a hidden valley. Nate sits by a campfire, Ellie beside him, while others sleep nearby. Ellie. So, what now? Nate. We survive. And maybe we find more of us. He looks at the stars, a mix of hope and determination on his face. The camera pans up to the night sky. Voiceover. Nate. The world may have ended, but we haven't. Not yet.